All right, it's early December 1861, and we'll of course start off in Virginia. You can see that these were the two divisions that reinforced after McDowell's force retreated. McDowell's force, of course, is recovering cohesion. They're about up to like half strength, and there's also Thomas Marr's unit there, which is quite powerful at power 411. What I've done is I've basically restructured Manassas into a more organized defensive position. Holmes maintains his brigade. I'm pretty sure Holmes becomes a two-star general. I certainly hope that's the case because I'm choosing to not move him to a division. Meanwhile, we have Smith and Whiting will take over full divisions. We have the Manassas militia unit, and then we have 3 batteries that are in the army. Now, Jackson's force took some pretty heavy losses. You can see this is here's the Stonewall Brigade, for instance. Here's Early's brigade, B's brigade, and the Marines, and then the Georgia Artillery. So they're all going to rail to Fredericksburg to recover. Meanwhile, a hospital is going to meet them there. I think Manassas will hold now. There's really not much left of this force. Whether or not they'll actually attack Beauregard, I don't know. Beauregard will be on hold at all costs. McDowell could come attack again, but they haven't fully recovered, and I don't think the Porter's division would be enough. Like I said before, they have several divisions up here, but they're really out of place to be able to attack Manassas. There's a lot of movement going on here. Essentially, I'm kind of just like swapping around supply units, trying to get the forces here resupplied, and attacking this Union regiment here. Out in Tennessee and Kentucky, the Union has moved down with a couple cavalry regiments, and we now are down to 97% control here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send in 3 regiments forward, and we will see if that's enough to. Actually, I'm going to change this though. We'll see if that's enough to push them out. Meanwhile, Johnson continues to hold the line here. We have small brigades at Fort Henry, Nashville, Columbus, and then a small force at Paducah. Over in Kansas, I do want to take Lawrence, but the weather is the weather's kind of bad right now. As you can see, there's a storm. So Shelby's going to sit tight for the moment, and I'm sending the rest of the forces up that way to Leavenworth, and that we'll be able to leave a force at Leavenworth when Shelby moves over to take Lawrence. As far as what's being purchased, we have several ironclads in production in Vicksburg and Tennessee, New Orleans, Mobile as well. I do generally build a river fleet, just because I'm just unwilling to simply concede that to the Union. We're getting replacements here for elite infantry 4 and 1 for cavalry, and 1 for light sharpshooter. Otherwise, we're pretty much good on the replacement front. So let's run the turn and see what happens. Let's go back to Virginia and start off. So the Union did escape without any more battles in Manassas. You can see that Beauregard's power is 1386 and the Union's is back to 2000. It's kind of interesting because we're sort of back where we were pretty much early on. The Confederates hold Manassas, and we hold Harper's Ferry. The big difference is that we have taken over much of the western part of Virginia. So trying to see if we're actually going to have enough supply. No. Yeah, so it looks like we didn't get supply through. I think I don't know, it wouldn't, did it stop? Yeah, I guess it looks like maybe when it's a blizzard, um, this area becomes completely impassable, and so um, we didn't actually get any supply to the location, which is very, very disappointing. So we're going to take some hits. Um, yeah, we're going to take some hits this coming this turn. Um, so this is kind of what it looks like. This is what it looks like in this part of Virginia and Maryland. Um, there were a number of battles that happened in Kentucky that basically uh, the Union force did not gain control of the area. Here's one battle that happened in the western part of Virginia where the Confederates won. Here's the next battle in Kentucky. You can see was the defeat. The Union had higher losses. Um, and here's another one. This one was a victory, although we had losses. Looks like the Union began to retreat. The Trent Affair, -1 national morale. And we've gained another 50,000. Another 50,000 caught neither messages. So mostly forces being trained. That's pretty much it. The one thing I did also notice is that there is a force that has arrived in western Arizona. You can see it here, Carleton's force. And they are now faced off against Maury's force here in eastern Arizona. We are actually have a level 3 entrenchment. So and we have one battery, as you can see here. So kind of a quiet turn, other than some minor action. Just trying to see if there's any other. There's Grant's force. He has 4 divisions. There was a little bit of movement in Kansas and Missouri. You can see there's a half division that's moved over here, and Lyon still has 2 divisions here. That looks like that's just a cavalry force. So okay, that's pretty much the turn. I think the biggest question for me now is how to handle the supply situation, since these supply units didn't actually arrive. All right, see you next time.